All right, sorry about that, but as you can see, he's going as fast as he possibly can there in the carpool lane. Again, eastbound 91 freeway from the 5 freeway, and he slammed on the brakes there just for a moment, trying to perhaps get those police cars to smash into him. That almost happened, and then really poured on the coals here, and now is taking it up perhaps about 80 to 90 miles an hour as he continues on eastbound, again, 91 freeway. Now, we're looking up ahead. It looks like the eastbound traffic for the next 3 or 4 miles is moving pretty well, so he'll be able to maneuver just as he is right now. As he gets up towards the 57 freeway, things are going to start to jam up for him, and he's going to have to either get trapped in traffic or try and get off onto the surface streets. Now, we have heard him on surface streets in the Buena Park area. That's where we're hearing it first start. Again, we don't know why the person is being pursued. However, as you can see, he's doing whatever he's able to do to get away from the police officers. Most notably, right now, weave through traffic and go as quickly as he possibly can. We're going to try and get some of these off-ramps here as we go by them. But again, it appears to be he's going about 90 miles an hour, and perhaps in just a moment we'll get a speed from the officers on the ground and a cross street.
Derek, again, is that Derek, Paul Majors in the studio? Is that the only black and white behind him? Do they have more black and whites involved in this as he comes up on that motorcycle, which is very dangerous? As
we pull out just a little bit, we've got about 3 or 4, and there's more in the area. As often as is the case, what they do is they bring in as many of those units as they possibly can to basically take over from the units that are being pursued, kind of keep an always a fresh one on it. So again, there's 3 that we can see that are directly behind him, and there's a number of others that are in the area kind of shadowing it.
Okay.
Again, back into the number 1 lane.
Derek, hi, it's Pat. We're trying to figure out exactly where you are again. I think you said eastbound 91 from the 5 freeway coming up to the 57. Is that the location? He is really driving recklessly right now. If that is the he, Derek, can we confirm that as well?
That's right. Looks like he's getting off the freeway here. He's got cross traffic and traffic on the off-ramp. Gil, if you hear it, go ahead and let me know what street this is. He's going to be turning southbound from the 91. He's well before, perhaps a mile and a half before the 57, turning back southbound. He's going to be generally going in the direction of the Anaheim Stadium. Look at this. He's going into this gas station, around the corner, and then continuing on. He's got a fair amount of traffic in this residential street as he peels out there. Look at this. He's taken up to highway speeds. The motorists in the area have really no idea this is going on. As this person arrives, of course, those lights and sirens of the police car behind him are well behind him. And we're coming up to a cross street here. It looks like he's got cross traffic and traffic in the intersection. Let's see what they do. Slams on the brake, goes right into the intersection, right turn, and now southbound.
Cops in Orange County. Now he's jumping into what appears to be some kind of a strip mall. We'll go to the south side there and see exactly where he goes, and there might not be an exit. See if he kind of trapped himself in here in that pickup truck. Nope, found himself an exit, so right back on surface streets. And as you can imagine, with these speeds, this time of the afternoon, a very crowded day in Orange County, this is anybody's guess just exactly how this thing is all going to pan out. Looks like, just hit another police car.
Officer.
That's the 3rd accident, and there's the pit maneuver. Looks like it worked out real well, and they're going to come around, hit the front end. They're going to try to stop him. We're going to stay wide now as this suspect tries to get out of his car, perhaps backing up, trying to get away, hit a tree, turned around, might hit that car. Now he's surrounded by cops. They hit him again. They're trying to stop this guy. They're being extremely aggressive. Yeah, they're out of their car. They've got their guns drawn. Hold your spot here. Guns are drawn. They're aimed right at that driver in that truck. They're going to do all they can to get him out peacefully. Go to your right just a bit. We'll get those wires out of the way. That vehicle is surrounded on surface streets here in Orange County, just below the 91 freeway, not far from East Street. Now, police officers are giving him very specific commands, if necessary, in more than one language. They'll try English. If necessary, they'll try Spanish. And they're also well versed in a variety of other languages because this is a multicultural area here in Orange County. Now, it looks like the window is rolled down. We're going to stay wide because cops are right on this guy. We can't tell exactly if he's complying with police officers or not. Additionally, we can't tell if there are other people inside that vehicle or perhaps just that one driver. Other people, other suspects, perhaps other passengers, even a hostage. It's unclear. It looks like the windows are kind of tinted right now, and it's a 4-door pickup truck, so there may be people in back. Now, once again, we're keeping the shot a little wide because, as you can see, Anaheim police officers, they have their guns trained on this guy.
And they're trying to avoid a crossfire situation too. You're watching as officers they're gesturing to the other officers to move out of the way in case they have to fire their weapons. They don't want somebody in the line of fire here. You see they're bringing up a canine unit up around the back. They're going to have to try to get this guy out. He is hemmed in, although it looks as though he could escape from the front if he wanted to, but apparently he's not going to try that. You've got officers now, several of them, with their guns trained on this suspect. He's not getting out. Maybe he can't because you've got the one police car up against the door on the left, and it appears he's jammed in on the right. He may not be able to actually physically open the door and get out. Maybe that's what he's telling them right now. Question is whether if they back up and make it so the door will open, will he just try to take off? Because he certainly, this is the only way they've been able to stop him thus far. Now he's climbing out.
Yeah, now he appears to be complying with police officers. He may be trapped in there, Mark, with those cops pressed right up against his pickup truck. But the windows are down. He can get out that way. And we're still keeping the shot wide because we don't know if he's going to comply entirely with cops. They're going to get him both hands, bring him down to the ground, take him into handcuffs. We'll push in now. There's the police dog, the canine unit right on top of him if they need him. And looks as though officers have been able to check the inside of the pickup truck. They don't appear to be too concerned. It doesn't appear as though anyone else is inside. So this short pursuit that began somewhere near Buena Park, Anaheim, and Fullerton has come to